going on, everyone? So I went and saw the movie Uncut Gems, and let me just say that it was a cool movie. It was long, though. Let me just throw that right out there. Now, even though it's like 2 hours and 15 minutes or something like that, which is about on average with a lot of movies nowadays, the problem with this one and why it felt long is all the scenes dragged out. And they gave you every detail. And normally I wouldn't complain about that, but just to give you an example, if somebody put something in the microwave for 30 seconds, you waited the 30 seconds. And that's just an example. And that, for that reason alone, some of the scenes that executed this definitely dragged out. It made it feel a little bit longer. But with all that being said, Adam Sandler is in this movie. Now, this is kind of like a crime drama movie. It's not a comedy, and I know when you hear Adam Sandler's name, you kind of think that. That's just because that's how he's, for the most part, made his career. This movie is not meant to be funny. There's a couple of moments where you do laugh for sure. You know, Adam Sandler can't help but just have some of those moments still. But he does a phenomenal job, and even though he's not nominated for an Oscar, he crushed this role for sure. And just to give you a little bit of backstory of what the movie is about is, my car just told me it's cold outside, guys. Good thing I have a t-shirt on. So, so the concept of this is Adam Sandler is, he owns his own jewelry store, and he might be involved with a lot of gambling. So it's just one of those kind of movies where everything revolves around money, and he is in the middle of everything. And there's some of the other people in this movie. I didn't really know who Julia Fox was, but don't know if she's been in any other movies, but she did a great job in this movie. But here's the cool thing, because I've never seen, well, I haven't seen Rent in so long. I can't remember anybody that's in that film. But Idina Menzel is Adam Sandler's wife in this film. And it was kind of cool to see her in live action opposed to being the voice of Elsa. So she's in this film. She plays Adam Sandler's wife. And it was just cool to actually see her in front of the curtains this time instead of behind. So the cast they put together, I mean, there's tons of people. Another big character is actually an NBA player, Kevin Garnett. He plays himself in a realistic way. It's not just a small cameo thing. But it's not to sit there and say this is a true story by any means. It definitely could throw you off in that kind of aspect, but I think the concept of this movie is like, hey, this could happen. But this movie is directed by, I'm going to screw up their last names, I'm sorry, but it was directed by Benny and Josh Safdie. It's Safdie. Just assuming the F is silent, making that executive decision right now. And speaking of executive, Martin Scorsese executive produced this film. So all in all, you know, you had like Adam Sandler, you had Benny and Josh directing this film, and then Martin Scorsese executive producing it, which there's a lot of other producers and executive producers on this. He's the biggest name on this. I didn't know about it. But anyways, which in the after credits, there is not an after scene. This isn't a kind of movie that would have one of those. But again, there's all the names that were there to help bring this movie to you. So if you stick around, you'll see that. And I'm going to wrap this up by saying, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think Adam Sandler deserved an Oscar nom for this? Let me know. And if you like this video, push the like button. And like always, hit the subscribe. That way you're notified for future movie reviews. Thank you, guys.